This is what this is looking like. I cut that piece out. Believe me, I debated and debated on whether I should do that. There's why the factory fog light hole is smaller than just about every light that you can buy that's aftermarket, and I wasn't going to pay a small fortune to get Dodge specific lights. The problem is mounting. There's nowhere to mount, so I've got this bracket here, and I'll show you in a minute, but basically if I hang it in there like this, I'm going to need to twist the top of this approximately 45 degrees. So I'm going to need to turn it this way so that it can mount to the actual bumper. So this is what I'm talking about. See, this bracket needs to mount to there flush, but that also needs to be flush. So if I put the bracket flush, the light's turned. If I put the light flush, the bracket's turned. So like I said, it's going to need about eyeball, and it looks like about 45 degrees at the top. I'm probably not going to be able to get the bottom flush with the bottom part of the bumper there, because I don't have like metal fabricating tools and things to heat that up enough to get it to turn, but just like a bench vise and some pliers, I ought to be able to at least twist the top part. So that's how I did. I just put on the vise, got the really big pliers, grabbed it here and just started turning, and I think that's probably about the right angle, because it's gonna approximately sit about like that, I think. Anyway, I'll get back under there. I have to tweak this a little bit. Normally I try to do as little work as possible on these things. What I mean by that is removing stuff, try to avoid that, but here I decided doing more work was actually going to result in me doing less work. So I removed the wheel, tire, pulled this back so you kind of get a view in here of what we're dealing with. You can see I ended up, that bracket was just not going to be right no matter what I did. So I ended up doing a 45 degree bend and then a 90 degree bend and putting one bolt in there, and then I just got to kind of work this down perfectly and then tighten it up. That's what the fog lights look like. As far as the wiring for the fog lights, actually very easy. So what I did is there's the factory accessory power, which is right here. If you've seen my other videos, this here gives you 3 hot and 3 accessory powers and then 6 outputs. I found the outputs, they're on my car, they just cut them at the hood, and but I did find them, and so I basically connected the fog light output to one of those, which is here, and then the input is just accessory power. So when you flip the switch on, nothing happens unless you got the key on or the car running, and I did that purposely. And obviously you can run this to full-time hot power if you want. You can run this via a relay to where it only comes on when the headlights are on, only comes on when the high beams are on, you know, whatever combination you want to do. You can run it where they come on unless the high beams are on with the, you know, so like I said, as far as wiring, you put enough switches and or relays in here, you can do just about anything with it. For me, it's just a simple on-off switch. On with the car running or the key on, they come on, turn the key off or turn the switch off, they go off. The other thing I found, which was kind of nice, was this car has the fog light wiring and the connectors at the fog light locations, which I thought was interesting. So I cut those wires, and it was like a yellow white or white with yellow was the hot, and then there was a black with some sort of stripe, which was the ground. And so I just connected the end of, in other words, this is a black with green stripe that's factory that goes out to the hood. I just connected the other end of it to the yellow with white, and then the black wires at the fog lights are already grounded, so I just grounded the fog light grounds to those, tested it all out, it works fine. So that part, the hard part, the easy part, I don't know what you consider that. Anyway, that part's done.